a couple miles from the Colorado State Capitol building. It's Empower Field at Mile High here in Denver. Coming up, we've got a good one in store. It's the Las Vegas Raiders and the Denver Broncos. Welcome to the booth. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson with you. We are set for a good one. And off we go here from Mile High. And a big hit there on the opening kickoff. It's going to set a tone for what could be a very physical game.
Let it go.
Right to the air to open this one up. He's going to air one out right away. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up second down.
19. 19, Tiger, 19.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. That's caught. It's the tight end, Brock Bowers. And they're going to mark him down right at the 30-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10. On the ground, this is Ashton Jeanty. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's second down.
Okay, ready?
It's second and down.
Here we go, here we go.
He'll look to throw. That's to the right side and caught by Bowers. And he's taken down, but just shy of midfield. You saw throws like that on Saturdays in South Bend. The result, a first down. A couple of first downs, and the football's out to the 48-yard line as they come up first and 10. He's going to let this one go deep. And he's going to give a short field to his offense here as they try to break the tie.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But, boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
Forced out wide. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete.
And the defender does such a good job, Mike, not only putting himself in position to make the play, but how often do we see guys that are there and they just can't quite make it? In this case, he's there, knocks the ball down, really nice play.
Second and 10. They'll go play action with Nix. Forced to his right. Off he goes.
Initially, they do a really nice job taking away his first and second read, but what they fail to do is account for him as a runner. He ends up making something positive out of a play that initially didn't look like it had much of a chance.
They'll throw here on third and short. Flush to his right. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And it looks like he's going to have the first down. Nothing fancy there. Short completion, but it yields a fresh set of downs. A run with the Central Florida product, R.J. Harvey. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. It's a gain of 10 yards. Good for a Denver first down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
On first down, they'll stick with Harvey. And he's in! R.J. Harvey. Touchdown, Denver.
You just don't see these kind of holes too often at this NFL level, Mike, and you can see once he got the ball, the clear line to the end zone, he doesn't get touched, and an unfortunate defensive breakdown here ends up costing him 6 points.
Nothing is our score as this kick is sent into the air. They'll return this from the 11. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line.
Here we go, set! 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Ready?
They'll start on the ground with Genty. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Ball on the 30 now. Here's second down and 5.
Ready? Hook!
They'll look to throw. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a third down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
And that is incomplete. Trying to get it to his tight end, Brock Bowers. And it's going to bring up fourth down. And he couldn't get that one to check up. It'll keep bouncing into the end zone. It's a touchback. The drive begins at the 20. Here's first and 10. Working out of the gun. It's Nix. He's going to air this one out. That is knocked away. Incomplete. Good coverage there defensively. All over him. And it'll be second down.
Captain. Oh, I said.
From the shotgun, here's Nix. He's going to dial up another deep ball. And he's going to be taken down inside the 40-yard line. A big-time play for the Broncos. 41 yards.
Both pre-snap and post-snap, this is about as well done as you can do at the quarterback position. Get in and out at the right call, identifying the holes along the back end, and then the throw. You can't put it in a better spot. I mean, that's just a big-time play.
He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down. Now the Broncos going to use the first of their timeouts, and they'll get together prior to the second down play. Off the play fake, here's Nix. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down. Chase Young in for the sack, It's a loss of 9 and sets up third down.
We're feeling the weight of our ancestors. We're healing with ways that don't last long. What happened to time in the diabetes?
Oh, my son!
Throwing. Nix. Moving outside, and they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes. Chase Young. He gets in to record his second sack of the game, number 4 on the season. And a nice return there. The offense not going to be backed up as much as they could have. Drive's going to start from beyond the 20.
19, Charger, 19. Go!
Back to throw here to begin the drive. Moving to his right. Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw when the pass is incomplete. He'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Back to throw. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked up by Patrick Surtain. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Intercepted.
1st and 10 now from the 36.
At the 36-yard line.
Play action now. It's Nix. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. Maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Now, faking the give. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. So they'll talk over what to do on this 3rd down play as we have hit the end of the first quarter. It's the Broncos with the early lead. Greg and I back in Denver in just a moment. It's 3rd and 4. They'll throw. It's Nix. On the run to the right. He'll let this go towards the end zone. And that is incomplete contact, but no flags. It's going to be 4th down.
I like the idea of taking your shot there on 3rd down, pushing the ball downfield, looking for the touchdown. But now as it brings up 4th down, you're already this close. You're in field goal range, but do you keep that offense on the field and try to maintain possession and see if you can come away with 6?
This one is good. He knocks it through. And the Broncos will extend to a 10-0 lead. So the lead is now 10-0 as this kicks away. Now, here comes a return from the 9. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30.
At their own 29-yard
Red.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him. That's the linebacker, Nick Bonito, getting to the quarterback there for his 8th sack of the year. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. He'll drop to throw. He'll push this one downfield for Bowers. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
It's now third down.
And I think at this point here, second quarter of this game, I think now is where we can start seeing each team open up their offense a little bit more. Early on, everyone's kind of feeling each other out, getting a taste of what the game plans are. Here they finally take a shot downfield. Nice job by the defense, but this is going to put a little depth in that coverage and hopefully open up some other things.
Here's Blake Gillikin now. He'll punt for the second time, looking to hit another good one. Return man can only make a fair catch, and it is at about the 8-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 9-yard line.
And he's going backwards here. They're going to take him down, back at the 5.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
They'll stick with him again. Maybe a couple there. It's third down.
Brought down at his own 8-yard line. It's a gain of 3. Brings up third and 11.
To throw is Nix. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. And he is taken down, but not before they're able to get it out of danger, up past the 25. Here's first and 10. Now Nick's going to look to throw. He's going to take a shot down the field. And he's going to take this one all the way. 71 yards. Touchdown, Denver. A beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This taken around the 11. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive.
Come on. Pass all 80. 19 tight.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. Good work there defensively. Knocked it away, and that pass falls incomplete. Dante Thornton was the intended target. And it'll be second down. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield. A gain there of 27 yards.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
They'll look to throw here on first down. He's got his receiver, and that's Jack Pesh. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. That one's good for 26 yards.
First down. A gain of 26 yards.
They'll look to throw again. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Brock Bowers. Touchdown, Raiders. That's his 8th touchdown of the season. Well, that is a step in the right direction, finding the end zone. I don't know, Greg, could this be building some momentum for these guys, and that's important before halftime?
Absolutely, and I think the biggest thing this coach is trying to get across right now on the sideline, Mike, is let's just cut into this lead and let's make it a one-score game at half. So they still got some work to do, but if they can go into halftime, regroup, catch their breath, just keep it close, give yourself a fighting chance here out of the break.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. This one is going to sail through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10.
Almost set. Ready.
Back to throw is Nix. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. That one good for a dozen. And a very quick first down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the first down.
Nix now on 1st and 10. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Here's Nix to throw. He'll find an open man. It's Allen. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
So there's a saying in the NFL, Mike, short throw, long catch, and that's exactly what they wanted to go with here. Operate in the quick game, don't stress the protection, and while he didn't get necessarily the big play, he does get enough to move the chains.
He throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked, and with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
We'll go play action with Nix. Throw on the run is complete. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. 2nd time they've connected on this drive. 19 yards out of this one. So they move inside the 20. 1st and 10 at the 18. Throwing is Nix. That's to the end zone, but it is incomplete.
A bit of a risky throw here in the end zone, Mike, and those windows down here tight, they close so much faster in this part of the field. By the time he let it go, the defender was already in position and was able to make a play on the ball.
On 2nd down, it's Nix. And he let him a bit too much. The pass is incomplete.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
So after back-to-back incompletions, it is now 3rd and 10.
Ready. 180.
They'll try to get this one on the ground.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment. Keeps this to a modest gain at best.
Now timeout Vegas. That is their 2nd. They get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to play in this first half. So the Broncos will turn things over to the field goal unit. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. Extending the lead here late in the first half. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. They'll return this from the 11. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line.
Back row 80.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. This one going to be sniffed out, blown up in the backfield.
Well, the best screenplays, of course, you want the offensive lineman out in front of the running back. They act as his escort, his lead blockers. But what you can't afford is for the defenders to be in the backfield and get to the running back, because those offensive linemen, they can't help him at all.
Oh, a huge mistake late in the half. It is intercepted.
For these young rookie quarterbacks, every snap in the NFL is an opportunity to have a lesson learned, and sometimes the lessons come a little bit harder than others. In this case, they kind of fool them with their blitz package. It's a little bit more complex at the NFL level than it is necessarily in college, and I think he just got a first-hand taste of just how fast this pressure can get on you, and sometimes when it speeds up that clock, you can make a bad throw.
Open man, Demario Douglas. And the offense will elect to burn a timeout. 5 seconds remaining in this second quarter.
Brings up second and a yard at the 32-yard line.
Now it's 2nd and 1.
Bombers. Oh, set.
Working out of the gun. It's Nix. He's going to look for the home run ball. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered, and that is how this first half will come to an end. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. Nix, now to throw it here on first down. Throwing right, it's taken in. Nice gain here. He's going to be marked down at the 35-yard line. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down. From the shotgun, here's Nix. Flush to his right, and he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up second down.
They just have to be more creative with their route concepts, Mike. I mean, there's nobody open, nowhere to go with the ball, and quarterback's just forced to throw that one away.
Now, a second down throw for Nix. Taken in, it's R.J. Harvey. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
Mike, I love studying the NFL and just seeing the amount of ways NFL coordinators are able to get their running backs now involved in the passing game. They're kind of chess pieces. They can move them out in the slot. They can put them out wide, of course, out of the backfield. It's a big part of today's modern NFL.
3rd and a yard. They'll try to run here with Harvey. And he's got nowhere to go. That defensive front controls the line of scrimmage. It'll bring up 4th down.
You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain.
No movement from the punt team. They'll line up to go for it on 4th down. They'll run for it. It's Harvey. And he's not going to get there. The defense was ready for it, and they stuffed them on 4th down.
It's always a gamble anytime you go for 4th down on your side of the field, but they clearly thought they had a play that they liked, but the defense came up huge, and now their offense is going to have a chance to capitalize and take advantage of this short field.
Here we go, here we go. 19, 18, not saying 19. Ready?
Now, faking the give. And for the 4th time today, he has been intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Surtain.
Intercepted. The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
On 1st down, here's Nix to throw. Looking middle and complete with Allen. 2nd and inches.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 39-yard line.
Play action now. It's Nix. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, take it in over the middle. 10 yards the gain on the pitch and catch. 1st down, Broncos.
I love this call. My defense is thinking run here. It's 2nd and short, so they go with play action. Leads to an easy 1st down. Really well done.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. On the give, this is Harvey. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4.
46-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
From the 46, here's 2nd and 5. Off the play fake, here's Nix. Out to his right. He's going to run it. Oh, the ball is out. And fortunately, this is going to get out of bounds. So no turnover, and it's actually going to wind up a 1st down. Good work to get the 1st down, and Greg, maybe good fortune that they're able to keep possession after the fumble.
And I know where his mind is, Mike. He's so focused on getting that 1st down, which he does a great job getting, but it can't come at the expense of protecting the ball. Now, in this case, he's very fortunate. He loses the ball, but it ends up going out of bounds. So they go with the 1st down run, hoping to just get them some positive yards and get themselves into a good 2nd down situation, but now they find themselves in 2nd and long. So the more you give defenses the opportunity, Mike, to defend you one-dimensionally. So in this case, we're only playing you in the pass. It stresses your protection, it stresses your play caller, and ultimately, it stresses your quarterback. Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
Third down, they need 5. A run with Harvey. And he's got nowhere to go. That defensive front controlling the line of scrimmage. It'll bring up 4th down.
There's very few defenses in today's NFL, Mike, that you can play the cornerback position and be unwilling to tackle. Those days are kind of over, so give credit to this guy. I mean, he identified run, he understood his leverage and gap fit, and he's able to bring him down for no gain. And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. A short one taken at the 10. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
On the set. Ready?
On the ground, it's Genty to start the drive. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
So everything this defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. It's one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage, make you work for everything you get.
Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
Early in this drive, they're trying to establish some offensive rhythm, but now after that second down sack, really puts them in a must-pass. You don't want to be in 3rd and long very often in the NFL. It's not a very high percentage conversion rate, and with the danger of a 3-and-out, they better hold up here in pass protection.
And before the snap, there is movement up front. This sequence not going as planned. The task now, a really tough one. 3rd and very long. He'll look to throw. He tries to get that one down the field, but it is incomplete.
The offense just couldn't seem to get anything going that drive. They knew they had a long way to go, taking over possession that deep in their own territory. You want to pick up that first down and see if you can capitalize some momentum. Instead, the errant throw brings up 4th down, and they're going to have to punt it away.
And how about that? Nice return there, picking his way up past the 35-yard line. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. The pressure gets there, and down he goes.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. This defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
Laying out, and he made the catch. What a play. So we are through 3. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here comes 3rd and 6. Now Nick's going to look to throw. Rolling right. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete.
When you get the ball in this situation, what you're looking to do is not only end the drive with a touchdown to put the game away, but you'd love to chew up some clock. So with that incomplete pass now likely putting an end to this series, that's a big opportunity for them to try to close this game out.
Taken at the 19. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. Right away, they'll set up to throw. The right side is taken in by Besh. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line. That's catch number 40 on the season for him.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late. So I think as you look back over the course of this game, it's really been the inability of this offense, Mike, to create any sort of balanced attack to get anything going, and whether you look at the rushing.
Oh, no chance there. Under a heavy rush, he goes down. Nick Bonito in there for the sack. He forced his way through. A loss of 9. Throwing now on 3rd and long. He's got his man. That's Besh. And he will score. Game on. Jack Besh Vegas. And now the Raiders faced with an important two-point conversion attempt. He'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. Well done by the defense. And this is going to stay a two-possession game. So down 2 scores, they're going to roll the dice here with an onside kick.
Late in the game, this is where you see teams really start taking some chances. And boy, this was a big one, but it's not going to work out.
Nick snap on 1st and 10. That one thrown behind his target, and it'll be incomplete.
He just stays on his primary read just a little bit too long. I think if he gets that ball to his check down a little bit quicker, not only is the ball completed, but I think there's some room to run. So, again, certain quarterbacks are better than others. The ability to process and eliminate
into space. And he'll take this one in. Touchdown, Broncos. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
Following the play, we've got a Raider who is shaken up down there. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kicks away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. Across the 20, they'll mark them down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24.
Come on.
Back to throw here to begin the drive. Open man downfield. He's got his tight end, Bowers. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. What a way to kick off a drive. That's a gain of 30 and another 1st down.
1st down, Las Vegas.
On 1st and 10. Milton Williams getting through there to drop him for a loss of 6.
Well, that's certainly one way to bounce back here defensively after giving up a huge explosive play on the previous snap. To bounce back and come away with a sack. Now you find yourself in 2nd and long. You can catch your breath.
And he will go all the way. Isaiah Bond. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the 4th quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a 2-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
Even with 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning, they're going to try an onside kick. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
This is tough. You're trying to give your guys a chance and time it just right, but you have to hit it hard enough. This time, it doesn't go 10 yards. Not going to work out.
It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. On the give, it's Harvey. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground. Like, there was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
2nd and 10. Again, it's Harvey. And he'll get maybe about 4 yards out of that one. Playing close quickly. And here comes 3rd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Almost set.
Toss, right side, that's Harvey. Oh, the ball's out. One of the Raiders has got it.
And with all this talk about ball security, I can tell you firsthand, Mike, a lot of it just becomes mental. It's like the more you think about it, the more you stress it in practice, it almost gets worse. It's one of those things that when it starts to spiral, it's just hard to pull yourself out.
And he will score! Game on!
Touchdown.
Jack Bech, touchdown Vegas. So 2 touchdowns for him in this one. Numbers 12 and 13 on the year. The kick is good. Important extra point. The difference is just 3 of field goals here in the fourth quarter.
Jake Elliott set to kick off.
So they've cut into the lead. Now just a field goal behind as they kick it off. On the return, here comes Marvin Mims. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
They go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. Drive will start on the ground, and he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. They'll drop to throw. He keeps it himself. And Nix with a wise move there at the end. Sliding to a stop, but he's got the first down.
And this is what you like to see if you're the head coach. Not only does your quarterback know exactly where that first down marker is, he's able to pick up the first down, but then get himself on the ground. He avoids the big hit and picks up the first down.
A handoff as they try to run it here. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. Now the Raiders going to use the first of their timeouts, and they'll get together prior to this 2nd down play. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he'll get this ahead. Gain of about 4, and it leads to 3rd down.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
Now a 3rd and 2. Try to pick this one up on the ground. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
3rd and short, and you come up with a big stop, taking the ball carrier down for a loss. Now you put yourselves in a position to hopefully get the ball back and give your offense a chance to go down there and take the lead.
Now the Broncos going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with just under a minute to go in this football game. The Broncos bringing out their punter as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a fourth quarter lead. Hit that a little too well. It lands a couple of yards in the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 20-yard line.
Here is 1st and 10.
Let's go. Panther 11. Panther 6.
Now they'll set up to throw. Pressure there, he can't get a throw away, and he's taken down.
So many of these possessions start with negative plays on 1st down, and you're just going to hear every offensive coordinator stress. It is so important we don't fall behind the sticks, but when you just can't pass protect and give your quarterback time, this is going to continue to happen.
That ball incomplete. Got the hands in there to break it up. Could have been a big gainer. Instead, it sets up a 3rd down.
In these critical moments of the game, Mike, you always turn to your best players, and that's exactly what they did here, and they just weren't able to connect. Give this defense a lot of credit. They knew when it was crunch time, where did this quarterback want to look, and they were ready, and they took him away.
He's going to look downfield once again. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
And that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Gotta let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on down.
And what a stop by this defense. They know the opposing offense has to go for it right now. There's not enough time for them to get the ball back and get another crack at it. They're trying to get in field goal range, and what a 4th down stop to all but end this game.
And he'll be brought down there, and that'll put a wrap on this one. Time has expired in this.
I check the doors, check the windows, and pull the blinds. I check the clock, wondering what he'll pull this time. I have a feeling that necromancer's outside, and I'm just trying to stay quiet. I don't stay much, that's crazy. How'd you know that? I keep myself up, that's maybe how you know that. Ooh, promises and contracts. I used to keep. I don't stay much, that's crazy. How'd you know that? I keep myself up, that's maybe how you know that. Ooh, my hallucination. I used to see. Wake up and I found out, did it change up? Wait, did it change up? Is it light out? Yeah, did it find out? Better walk around the edge of the room in the bed with my arm on face. Face around, better try to breathe. Face around, face around.